What's up guys, Techmaster here, and today we are back with a review of the Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra. Now keep in mind that this is the version 256 gigabytes of storage with 12 gigabytes of RAM, and this is the one which has the book cover keyboard in the box. And also I purchased this tab a few months ago, and I only just got around now to making a video of it. So this has already been unboxed. It is not sealed, and I've just repackaged it so that I can do an unboxing with you guys. So let's begin. So this little package here contains the two separate halves of the book cover keyboard from Samsung. I was lucky enough to have that bundled with my copy. This is the tab itself. Keep in mind, I already set it up a long time ago. First of all, let me show you the book cover keyboard. Because this is the gray variant of the tab, I get the black version. But if you get the silver version of the tab, then you get the white book cover keyboard. This is a bundled version. Not all Tab S10 Ultras will come with the book cover keyboard included. Just to select a few copies. The S Pen goes on the back over here. You see there's a dedicated slot for it. Using this S Pen charges wirelessly. It is a pretty strong magnet, and as you can see, will not be falling off anytime soon. Now let's connect the book cover keyboard. The keyboard attachment tucks in with these little pins that are on the bottom of the tab, and the top piece of the book cover keyboard attaches via the magnets on the back. And you can access your pen with this little slot over here, and if you want, you can take this part off as well, so you can have quicker access to your S Pen. But me personally, I just like to have it included because I mostly carry this around in a bag, and I feel like this protects my S Pen, and so I won't lose it. Okay, so I already set this tab up, and I'll just boot it up for you guys. So this tab has some insane specs. Let me run through them with you. So my copy here has 12 gigabytes of RAM with 256 gigabytes of storage, as I mentioned before. But you can get this with up to a terabyte of storage and 16 gigabytes of RAM. Over here, there's a SIM tray. On some models, you can get the 5G variant, which has a micro SD card slot and a SIM card slot. But my copy here does not have that. Mine just has a micro SD card slot, which is, I feel like, it's really good because you can relatively inexpensively expand the internal storage for cheap and pay for external storage when you want it. And this SD card works for most apps, files, photos, videos, anything really. So the best feature in my opinion is the 14.6 inch anti-reflective panel, which is the biggest display you can get on a consumer tablet right now. And I must say, it's my favorite display out of any tablet. It is absolute joy to watch YouTube and Netflix and other media on because of the sheer size of the thing. And the aspect ratio of 16 by 10 allows you to watch most movies and videos at their native recorded formats, meaning you get smaller black bars at the top and bottom and a much smaller crop when you zoom in, allowing you to watch the most information possible on a tablet. See, compare this to the iPads, which generally are less longer than their Samsung counterparts, but a bit wider. So that aspect ratio doesn't really do it for me because you have massive black bars when you're trying to watch some content. So under the hood, we have the MediaTek Dimensity 9300 Plus processor. I was kind of skeptical when they moved away from Snapdragon because MediaTek generally doesn't have the best reputation when it comes to power and efficiency. But this year, MediaTek have outdone themselves because this chip is cheaper for Samsung to produce, which means cheaper tablets overall, which is a good thing for the consumer and the brand. But this MediaTek outperforms its Snapdragon counterpart. It, in some cases, outperforms the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, which is really nice, and I appreciate this change. Now, there are two types of people I'd recommend this to. One of them are the people who are upgrading from a Samsung tablet that's the S8 series or older. And obviously, if you're anyone else, you can upgrade as well. But if you're using the S9 series, particularly the S9 Ultra, then you should probably avoid this a year because this is not a good year of upgrades at all. It's virtually identical to the S9 Ultra except a few minor improvements like the anti-reflective display. So unless you really want the best of the best, then I'd probably avoid this if you have the S9 series. I'm sorry I'm doing a review this late because, as you may already know, the S11 series is almost here. And if you want to buy this tablet, now is one of the best times to do it because when the S11 series arrives, this S10, despite being almost just as good, will be heavily discounted. So that'll be a very good time to buy this tab. Goodbye, guys. See you in the next one.